All right, so just when I thought that I finished with Star Citizen and that I'm not going to post in a while, CIG has actually asked the players for feedback, and you're going to see all the links down in the top comments, I guess, or the pinned comments. I'm going to leave them there, but I'm going to try and give them some feedback, hoping that they will hear what I'm saying for fucking 4 years now. So roll the intro and let's talk about it.
Hello, my name is Grumpy.
All right, so before we begin, don't get so comfy. I'm not like back to stay. Don't think that I'm just gonna like continue doing this YouTube and continue talking about Star Citizen. If something changes, sure, maybe like I'll be back from time to time to like check the status and all that and just like make a video or two. But yeah, my main thing is doing music and mixing and mastering for other people. So that's what I'm going to do. And you have the other channel. You can subscribe to that. I haven't been active because I had some like technical issues for a while, and they were almost as bad as this segue to today's sponsor. Beam Eye Tracker delivers eye tracking performance of the high-end hardware by only using your webcam or your cell phone camera. It is the first and only webcam eye tracker especially designed for gaming purposes. Whether you're into War Thunder, Star Citizen, Microsoft Flight Sim, IL-2 or DCS World, or Elite Dangerous, or even Star Wars Squadrons. Remember when Star Wars games were good? Or maybe you're into driving sims such as F1, Dirt 5, BeamNG Drive, bus or truck simulator games. Well, Beam Eye Tracker has got you covered. But that is not where it stops. It also works with Arma 3, DayZ, and Insurgency Sandstorm. So for all of you fellow DayZ players, now you can see the bullet flying at you while I snipe you from 300 meters.
Take a right into Cami and go
Oh my
past the police
god! If you're a streamer, you can also enhance your streams with the eye tracking overlay, which will show your stream in real time exactly what you're looking at. And even though it supports webcams that have higher frame rates than 60 FPS, you don't even need to have one. It's not a problem. You can just use your phone or your iPad. On top of that, Beam Eye Tracker has all the perks that hardware units have, such as presence detection and privacy filter, which blurs the parts of your screen that you're not looking at or locks your screen entirely when you're not around. It also has multi-screen pointer and mouse jumping, so if you have a wall of screens in front of you like I do, you will stop losing your pointer because it will appear wherever you're looking at. And if you want to be a major league gamer like I am, you can use the Beam Eye Tracker to track your habits while you're trying to be a sweaty gamer, and it will show you detailed analytics of how much you actually suck. And did I tell you that it's only 30 bucks? Like, come on, it's a bargain. And if you buy one through my referral link or referral code, I get some money back, and yeah, I'm just gonna spend it on, I don't know, spaceships, I guess. So yeah, just use my link, and yeah, thank you very much to Beam Eye Tracker for sponsoring this video. So anyway, let's continue with the video, and if you want to, you can check out my sponsor and you can check out the product because I think it's great. But anyway, so they asked for feedback and I'm gonna give them some. So the first, there's a, like this is gonna be a long video because I'm not gonna fucking edit. It's like I don't care. I'm just gonna like post it like as is. But yeah, so the first feedback that they're asking for is vehicle balance. So there's a survey here, and yeah, so how would you rate the current state of vehicle balance? I would say it's shit because it's either the Gladius or the F7A Mark II. And that's it. And like, we should not even talk about any other ships. I'm not centered in the camera, and that's it irritates me. But yeah, let's continue. What could be done to improve the current state of vehicle balance? Well, actually balancing the vehicles, you know, I guess, like, I don't know, like the F7A or the Gladius or F7A Mark II, they were, or they are currently the meta, and they were like, the Gladius was always the meta, and if something killed the Gladius, there would be like a fucking alarm in CIG, and they would need to fix it. So that needs to change. As far as I'm concerned, and let me just like change the camera so you're not looking at the white screen at all times. As far as I'm concerned, I think that this game would be amazing if the multi-crew ships were the meta. And I strongly believe that this game could be fun and amazing if multi-crew ships were a thing, first of all. Secondly, if they were the meta. I would love to see the light fighters be only like good in swarms. And that's how, like, you can still, like, I just had a friend, because I'm not playing the game, I don't play the game in a while, but I just had a friend tell me that he fucking destroyed a 400i, like, two-tapped it with a F7A. Like, it was obviously not a two-tap, but still, like, that's crazy. And I myself alone have taken down hammerheads, like player-owned hammerheads with an arrow, which shouldn't fucking happen. It's a bit harder now to do, but it's still, like, if you're a good pilot, it's still, like, a viable thing, and yeah, you can still do it. Master modes are not as terrible as people are saying. They are bad, and they are very unbalanced, especially, like, when you consider that you can, like, if you're in a light fighter and you're attacking a hauler, the hauler, like, needs a lot of time to spool up, and when his shields are down, he's just dead. He can't fucking speed up like the Buccaneer and just run and come back. Like, that's not gonna happen. So, yeah, there needs to be a lot of balancing done, and it's not up to me to tell you or to tell CIG what to do exactly, but I'm just saying that I would love the multi-crew ships to be the meta, so we could have like 4 people inside a ship fighting with another ship that's like filled with people, and then you have like some light fighters that are trying to, like, I don't know, either do reconnaissance or just like hit the back of the ship while we're focusing on like whatever, dude. But this is just not, like, light fighter meta was never fun, honestly. It was fun. It's only fun the first, like, couple of months that you're playing, and after that, like, as you get better with it, it's just like, whatever. With the master modes, it's not as bad as people are saying. Even though the skill ceiling is lower, it's still pretty high, honestly. If you ever fought people from Liberty Reapers and you're like a casual player, or like you're whatever, like a pro, semi-pro, or what, like intermediate fucking pilot or whatever, you would understand what a pro fucking pilot in this game is, honestly. Like, you cannot even land shots on them. That's how good they are, even with master modes. And they can easily, like, 1v5, like, easily. And like, that's not even up for discussion. And whoever tells you otherwise, nah, just fight them and you'll see. But anyway, let's continue. So the next question is, how would you rate the current state of ship handling tuning? I guess we covered that. Like, from my point of view, I would love to see, like, as a DCS player and a like semi-tactical geek, I guess, I would love to see like positioning to be the thing. Like, as an example, like currently the whole thing in the light fighter versus light fighter or whatever, like meta fucking gameplay, it's just like DPS race and face tanking, and that's it. And face tanking is basically you looking at each other and just trying to shoot each other, and like whoever has more DPS fucking prevails and he's the victor. Like, that's just stupid. I would love to see some positioning. Like, I don't know how to do it. Like, I can tell you, I can talk about this for fucking ages when it comes to like planes, but with like 6 degrees of freedom, I really don't know how to do it. And it's up to Yogi and the like whole CIG like vehicle team to do that. But like, positioning needs to be the main thing. Hey, so it's Grumpy the editor, and I just remembered one talk that I had with Haiba, that's one of the leaders of Liberty Reapers, and he had such a good fucking idea for positioning, for like making people like be more effective if they position better. And that would be basically having soft spots on ships. So imagine there's like 2 ships fighting, like 2 light fighters, and if the soft spot is on the top or on the bottom of the ship, and the front is up armored, and you can't really penetrate it, and you can't really hurt it, then the face tanking meta is going to be over. So you would basically need to position your ship so you can shoot the top or the bottom of the enemy ship. So yeah, I completely forgot about that, but there, I remembered, I guess. Anyway. Also, even with that, like with the desync and all of that, like for fucking years, even if you try to position better than your opponent, you still don't really know where he is. I had a bunch of situations in my like gaming career in playing Star Citizen where I was PvPing and I was shooting a guy and like I was trying to position better than him and I was better than him and I was shooting him at the fucking back, like at the tail and in the top of the ship, and while he was like trying to turn towards me and he was just shooting at nothing, and then I explode. So like with unstable servers, we can't really tell what the exact issue of the flight model is right now. I mean, it's like it works, so I'll just give it a 2. How would you raise the current state of missile balance? They're shit. Like EMs are still the main thing, and like nobody told me that changed, so I'm just gonna say that it's still like that. I didn't play in a while, but I'm gonna say that it's still like that. The main thing that I don't like, and this is gonna like we're gonna spend a lot of time on the vehicle balance purely because that's like the main fucking problem of the game right now. My main issue is that it is too arcadey. It's too easy to fire off like 50 fucking missiles from afar that are EM and have like out of 50 have 10 of them hit. It needs to be something like real life and something like DCS where you need to work your radar and your ship systems so you can actually target lock the enemy and then fire. Like if you're in a light fighter, I mean, you will have to do it alone. If you're in a like double-seater, you will have like another guy that's going to do that for you. It's going to be engaging gameplay for the other guy, and it's going to stop the missile spam if you're in light fighters. Like I can't even tell you how many times I saw like a Cuddy join a PvP fight and just fucking rain hell with the size 1 EMs, or have like a it's not a talent, it's a Shrike, and just like use the same fucking tactic and just shoot fucking size 1 EMs, and most of them are gonna hit. Like it's just like, come on, it's bad gameplay. So how would you rate the current state of countermeasures? I mean, do they even work? I don't really know. They work against everything except the EMs, unless it changed, because I'm not sure. I didn't play in a while, so I'm not sure. ESP tuning I can't really comment on, so I'm gonna give it a 3. Like I would say that whenever I try to aim, like it might be because of me and my settings, but sometimes it's just gonna like I'm gonna overshoot. If you don't know what ESP is, it's like enhanced stick precision, and like it's I guess more experienced PvPers can talk about this. I'm like mediocre, like maybe slightly above mediocre, and that's it. How would you rate the current state of ship speeds? Yeah, I like it. I like that everything is slower, and you have fights that are gonna start to jump down and end at jump down. They're not gonna end fucking 50 kilometers out. So I would say that it's good. I didn't play them much, but I can say in all honesty that it's a bit better than it was before, because yes, people are still gonna joust, but if you know how to catch them, you're gonna be the victor, and that's it. How would you rate the current implementation of look ahead mode and head tracking? I think that works. I think it's pretty good, and I'm not gonna say anything bad about it. Honestly, like I never had issues with head tracking. The only issue that I had with head tracking is with the Toby and Track R5. And it's not because of them, it's because of the game. Like sometimes you want to like look upwards and your head just clips into the seat behind you in the game, and you can't see anything because you're seeing the seat. So that's an issue that like needs to be fixed. Like I know that the Gladius has that issue and a bunch of other ships, so yeah, that needs to be addressed. But like, is it gonna be? I don't think it is. How would you rate the current state of shield tuning? They just changed it, so I can't really comment on it because they just like changed the shields on a bunch of ships. So I'm gonna say a 3. But what happened with that, like small fucking shots are not going to be able to penetrate large shields like that. I don't think that that's still a thing, and I don't understand how like I don't know, 3 Gladiuses can like easily destroy a Hammerhead. like a player-owned Hammerhead or fucking Carrack. Like, they should do some damage to it, but I don't think they should be, like, able to fucking destroy it that easily. How would you rate the current state of ship weapon balance? So here's the thing, and I was thinking about this because this is the only survey that I saw, and I would say one star, purely because back in 3.12, for you people that didn't play before the rebalancing of the ship weapons, the attritions would do more damage the more, like, if you run them hot, and the more heats they have and produce, and like just as they're about to fucking overheat, they're gonna deal the most damage. And that was amazing because it was always like, oh, I can fire now, I can fire now, I can fire now. And like, I'm just trying to keep it like I'm trying to not let it cool down completely, but I'm also trying to keep it fucking not overheat because I can't fire for a couple of seconds then. So that was amazing. And we lost that. We lost, like, what's the point of scatter guns? Like, they basically don't fucking exist right now in the game. Like, nobody's using them because they're fucking shit. Like, I tried the distortion scatter gun size 5 in the previous patch 323, and I was trying to take down a reclaimer. It didn't make a fucking dent. Like, I couldn't lower its shields with the scatter gun. It was that fucking bad. So, like, point blank, like, every fucking thing hit, like, all the pellets hits, and it just was, like, terrible. So, yeah, I would say that, like, every weapon needs to be different. Like, some weapons, before you had the CF repeaters that, like, were pretty good at, like, long distances, like long ranges, and then you would have the attritions that are really fucking good, like, close range, but the damage fall off at, like, 300 meters was already, like, abysmal. So you needed to be, like, face tanking the guy, like, being in his fucking face. And then you had the what do they call it? NDF and whatever repeaters, the purple ones. You had those, and they were doing like pretty good damage at like medium ranges, and they were pretty fucking good. But they were really bad. Like, they were in between those two weapons. So yeah, we lost all of that. Now, like, we either use cannons or, like, I don't know. Like, it's all about balancing, and I can tell you, like, even, like, I don't want to be a fucking backseat developer. Not anymore, honestly. Like, I can only tell you that it's not good, and that's it. It's just not good. And the last question is, do you have any suggestions or further feedback on vehicle balance? Yes, I do. So, here's the thing, torpedoes. The fuck is, like, what's the point in having torpedoes? So we're about to get the Polaris. So what's the point in having the Polaris if the torpedoes are just gonna be, like, flared off or, like, one-shots from afar because they're fucking slow and they're useless? I believe that the torpedoes should have, like, a cam on them and should be player controlled, either by the pilots or by the missile operator. And they should either work like that or like tow missiles in squad or in real life. So, like, you have a wire, it's a wire guided missile, and you basically use your mini joystick or whatever, and it just, like, goes like this and it hits the thing. If not, it's just gonna be like this forever, and it's just like the same as missiles but worse and slower, and mostly doesn't do anything. I would say that the torpedoes need to be, like, as fast as size 3 missiles or something like that, and they need to be player controlled, and they need to have long range. But if there's a torp coming at you, your ship needs to fucking beep and, like, light up in red, so you would know that you have a torp in your ass and you need to find it and destroy it. That's my input, but yeah, so let's continue. The next survey is going to be the group and party system, and, like, come on, it's just, how would you rate the current state of group and party system? It's terrible. Most of the times it doesn't work. You either don't see your friends, like your party members, they either don't have a fucking nameplate, or, like, I had a couple patches, actually, like 6 months, it was like 2 patches that I couldn't join a single party for whatever reason. I guess that doesn't really happen anymore, but other than that, it's very simplistic and like there's nothing to it. You make a party and that's it. And like maybe you can launch together, like go into the PU together, but sometimes that doesn't work. The VoIP may not work. Like, come on, like. As far as I'm concerned, I would love, and this is something again that I was talking about for fucking years, I would love to have a party system that looks like squads, where you can basically make branches, where you can have the commander or whatever, and then you would have squads, and the squad leaders can talk to each other, but the other people can't. Like the squad members cannot talk to other squads members, right? So you would have like comms in one ear between squad leaders and comms in the other ear between your squad members, and I think that's a really good system. And I know that like squads took it basically from Project Reality 2, which was made in Battlefield 2, and it was like a mod for Battlefield 2, and they used Mumble to do that VoIP. And like if you could do it like in 2014 with Mumble, and I think it was actually earlier than 2014. Like I played it since 2008, I think 2007. I'm not sure, but yeah. So like if it would work in 2008 or 2009, whatever, it's 2010. And they could do it in fucking Mumble in another engine from another game and mod it in. I'm pretty sure that like CIG can do this. And I know that you can do something like that with groups, but you got to jump between groups and all that. But like in squads, you basically use your numpad, or you just have like dedicated buttons for squad chats and local chat, or like local VoIP and squad VoIP, and like command VoIP, which is basically to talk with the other squad leaders. So if you don't want to talk to like specific squads, like squad number 3, and you don't want to press like numpad 3 on your keyboard, you can just press I think it was like B or whatever, or C, whatever, and it was like dedicated like commander VoIP or like squad leader VoIP, and yeah, it would just work like that. And that's the best part about squads. And yeah, we don't have that, and some other games also have it, but we don't in Star Citizen. I still wonder why. Like, and it's pretty fucking simplistic what we have right now. So yeah. Anyway, how would you rate group and party system? I would say a 1, because it's very simplistic, and most of the time it doesn't fucking work. What could be done to improve the current state of group and party system? I just said what could be done, so we can just skip that. How would you rate the current state of friends and friends list in party creation? It's easy. It's easy enough. Like 5, 4. Fuck it. Like it's whatever. Party launch 2. Most of the time it doesn't work, but sometimes it does. So I'm gonna say 2. How would you rate the current state of in-game party creation? In-game, sure, whatever. It's 3, 4. It works most of the time. Sometimes you don't get a notification. Sometimes you need to remake the squad so you can see other people. So, but yeah, just making the thing, sure. Like creating the squad, sure. It's a 4. How would you rate the current state of in-game grouping in chat? I just talked about it. I would say a 1. Very simplistic, very, very rudimental, I guess. And I would like to see it change, because people are using Discord. People are using like a Guilded or whatever to do this, like to do basically what I just said. And why take it out of the game? Why like use Discord and all of that? Like, what if you want to group with more people? Like I played in my own orgs, which were like mostly small most of the time, because we always like kept it like on a small group, so we can just have friends there and not have randoms there. But I also played in Frontier. I forgot the name. Sorry, it was like Cloud Guns' org. I don't know if he's still active. But yeah, like I played with them, and there were like 200 people in a voice channel, and like it's fucking mayhem. You can't hear your thoughts. Like it's crazy. So having a system like this would fix it. And what if you want to join another team or like another org in an operation, and like what? All of you need to migrate to their Discord, or you got to call them in so it would work. So like I don't know. In the last 6 months, I have only played with a couple of people. I'm gonna say with 3 others, but I didn't really play that much. I played maybe 5 times. I was just checking it out and I did not like what I saw, but we're going to talk about that in a second. All right, so it's Grumpy the Editor again, and no, we're not going to talk about it in a second. It's already 25 minutes of a video, so I'm just going to cut it short here, and tomorrow I'm going to give you the second part and maybe the third part. I don't know how many parts there's going to be. There's like 2 hours of recording, so I'm trying to cut it. I said that I'm not going to fucking edit it at all, but I have to. First of all, because English is not my native language. Exactly, language. What the fuck is that? But secondly, because, there's a lot here to talk about, and I did, but it's gonna, the video is gonna be 4 hours long, and nobody's gonna watch it. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow, and we're gonna continue. Check out Beam Eye Tracker, check out the thing, my website. If you're into music, you can contact me for all that. But anyway, peace out, bye.